Good morning. My name is Ifeimi Andrew. Let's take a look at some headlines. Remember to join the conversation live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 BH. We are streaming live, so you can be a part of the conversation. You get to comment, watch us live, and don't forget to click on the share button. Very important. Quickly now to the Punch newspaper. Some of the headlines here. The lead headline says marketers plan petrol import as NNPC Limited Dangote's talks drag. Now, if you remember from last week, the report was that the NNPC would buy up the products from Dangote and sell, which still looks like a monopoly to some degree. Well, let's see how it plays out. Now, marketers opting to import petrol since they've not been able to come to some reasonable conclusion. Senate postpones public hearing for NNPC, Dangote, others. It's a headline on the Punch as well. Over 1,000 soldiers resigned from army in 4 years. It's a report on the Punch. You might want to go check it out and get the details of what they are saying. Nigerians struggle to access 40,000 naira rice sales points. So my question is, I think the rice was about 600,000 or 60,000. Is that what it was, if I'm remembering the number correctly? How many people would that feed is what many people have been asking online. Like, what's the idea? How did we think about this? If we're saying we're a country of over 200 million, all right, and those below the poverty line are way more than that. We're talking about more than 50% of the country's population. So what is that amount of bags of rice going to do with regards to tackling this, the problem that perhaps the government has in mind to tackle? Well, I don't know, but go to the Punch and maybe you would find out more insight if you follow that headline. Let's quickly go to the Vanguard. And on the Vanguard, several headlines that you can relate with here. The lead one, petrol price hike. Nigerians at breaking point. NLC, Atiku warns. And you also see this one here. It says NDLEA intercepts consignments of cocaine, opioids in sanitary pads, hair creams. All of those you would see on the newspaper. Jakpa. Many immigrants come to Europe thinking life is easier. Poland president. Well, I must tell you, life isn't easier. Anyway, Ronaldo strikes late to seal Portugal's win over Scotland. So yes, is now 901 goal. He aims to get to 1,000. Is he going to do it? I pretty much think he can. I don't know what you think. All right, Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Don't forget. Go there, watch, listen, and drop your comments. Don't forget to click on the share button. Thank you. We'll take a few messages here on Facebook. Patrick Amadi says, good morning. Resumption of school today has given me lots of concerns because payment of fees for 4 persons is not easy in a private school. I was just talking to my colleague and I'm saying, if you know you are knowledgeable, you can teach your child in the house. So nothing do homeschool. You can start doing ISEs, INE at home. 1 + 1 is what? But the point is, there has to be a way to survive. Everybody has to figure out something to do. Gifting Surim says the minister of the FCT was a governor for 8 years and didn't emancipate Akbos people from political marginalization. And same people are now calling on him to support them to actualize the same thing he did not do when he was governor. It's laughable how the Wikematic women keep calling for peace without calling the minister to allow Rivers people breathe. On school resumption, parents should consider proximity and payment of school fees in installments to adapt to reality. Anunobi says Nigerians struggle to find sales points of the rice. They have been scammed. That's what it is. Tango Ability says you don't need mirror to look at what is in your hand. Mr. President and APC-led federal government have failed Nigerians. That's Tango Ability. Lawrence Friday says, I want to congratulate the Anthony CTC. Also want to use the opportunity to inform Anthony to carry everyone along. Okay. Lorenzo Delight, you are saying you join parents to call on schools, especially private ones, to reduce their fees. It's not just the fees that's even the question. The way they arrange the books now, because they're trying to make money, so you would understand that that's the business. But now, we have gone beyond trying to make money. If we still look at it as wanting to make money, we might just bring society to a state of, I don't know. And another thing is, have you seen how much private schools sell their uniforms? These same uniforms that we know that somebody went to a bar and they got the materials and sold it and put the school badge on top. Or sometimes the fabric is customized. They print the school thing on top, and then you're talking hundreds of thousands in some schools for uniforms and a pair of socks and well, 2 shorts and 2 this, and then one maybe sports wear or something. It's something else. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. The numbers you can call. George from Buguma, let us start with you. Keep it short and simple.
Andrew, good morning. Happy New Week to you.
Happy New Week, my friend.
Yes, the Wikematic women. I don't know whether they sometimes it sounds like mathematic women. I don't understand. Is it Wikematic or mathematic? I don't understand. And what is their interest and agenda in the state? See, they should calling the minister every now and then and not telling him to make sure that he protects the interest of the state first, which is to see that the state move forward in the path of peace and the path of development. I don't understand. You don't hear them talk about that. That the minister is behind the political tensions and issues in the state. You don't see them talk about. Are you praying to a different God, or you are praying to the God of peace? Because the God I know, by the standard of the scripture, is the Prince of Peace. That is the God who loves peace and development. And when you keep calling somebody who is behind the hindrances and the bridges of peace and development in the state, and you say you are praying, and I don't understand. I don't get these things that they are doing.
All right, George, your point has been made. Thank you very much. Let's go to NTA Road. Mufasa is on the line. Good morning, Mufasa.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Yeah.
Andrew, I want to say this morning that I am very, very unhappy with the way things are going in this country. Honestly, the lack of direction and policy somersault of this administration is making life very unbearable for Nigerians. Now, NNPC will say one thing in the morning and come back to say another thing in the afternoon. Nigerians are passing through a lot. Schools have resumed today. Parents are groaning seriously because now, with the cost of petrol, how do you not take your kids to and through school? And you've not talking about the school fees and all the attendance, levies that we have. So it is very unfortunate that Nigerians are meant to pass this kind of situation in the hands of a democratically elected government. Now nobody is talking about our refineries. We are now talking about Dangote refineries. We're not even sure if that refinery will start, circulating products even this year. It is quite unfortunate, really, really unfortunate. Have a nice day, my brother.
Clinton from Bori, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me start with the federal government 40K per bag rice initiative. I always say this, that the initiatives of government sometimes are always very good and meant for the good of the people, but the problem is always with those saddled with the responsibility of seeing to the manifestation of those policies. Now, look at people are not finding it very, very difficult. In fact, we've not even heard on the news that this is the point of say this is where we are going to get the right. And because it's a very big problem, I had my fears that what if certain big individuals in the society hijack this process and get all the right and sell it at a higher price to Nigerians? Nothing will still happen. So that's a big challenge. And going forward, marketers plan to import petrol. This is another challenge. Now, Dangote is saying that, as they are saying that Dangote can sell to anybody. NNPC, they also said that NNPC is a sole buyer. So contradictions everywhere. So if they can import fuel and Nigerians will buy it at a subsidiary, no problem. Whatever they can do to make life easier for Nigerians, Clinton will always support it. Good morning.
All right, Clinton, good morning. Good news from our 3. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother, man. Hello?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Thank you. Let me start by this issue of soldiers resigning in their numbers in drones. Before this time, It is doctors, and still happening too, leaving the country in droves because they weren't taken care of. It has entered the security, military, who are in charge of securing Nigeria, foreign and domestic. It's not clear, at least that clear, that things is wrong in Nigeria. With the patch here, they are the leak. When we patch this side, the other side will leak. And it's like that, nothing is happening in this country. Before they are saying about the refinery is not completed, is this one, it's not that. Today, Dangote is there. Dangote just raised issue that they have not bought gas from me when NNPC is saying that they will be the sole buyer. What stops MDC and Nigerian NNPC to sell crude to Dangote for 200 naira or 50 naira? What's the not our product? Don't want to talk about landing costs in Nigeria? Then the issue of our sisters with schematics, women. My brother, don't blame them. They are carving a niche for themselves so that when they make noise, the former governor Wike will see them and find them something. My name is Goodies from Port Harcourt.
Temple from Eche, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished me. And how are you doing this morning?
Fantastic, go on.
In as much as I'm concerned, the very distinguished me, Andrew, this issue of palliative and Nigerians, few Nigerians, trying to hustle for this 40,000 naira bag of rice. Why not the federal government create an enabling environment that will at least, protect the farmers while they encourage them to produce more? That we, create that competitive environment in the rice production, will I say in agricultural environment, that will tend to reduce this, high cost of a bag of rice. That everybody can go into the market and get it at a reduced price. Instead of bringing, few bags of rice, while millions of Nigerians, scamper for safety and try to hustle for it. For me, it is not a good one. We are looking about high cost of petrol and what the children, intend to lose. And some of us are bringing fantastic ideas. When we talk about parents sitting at home, teaching their children, is it not for those of them that are not doing anything at home? What of those of them that are working? At least trying to put food on their table. Instead of NNPC and Medicare, who is in charge, try to hustle, as in fast track, they ensuring that the Port Harcourt refineries and other refineries work. They are there busy dragging themselves. Who become the sole distributor of Dangote, refinery or petrol? Please, why not, Mr. President, who doubles as the Minister of Petroleum, look inward, even though I believe that the APC-led federal government has destroyed the drawing board, but there is a need for us to get a new one. At least ensure that our own refinery come back. Why we at least, await the impact of Dangote's own. Instead of, beating our head, dragging who
All right, Temple, thank you. Emeka is in the Lele1. Thank you, Temple. Let's go to Emeka now. Thank you, Temple. Emeka, good morning. All right, we lost that call. Susie from Alakaya, you're next. Good morning.
Yeah, the name changed this morning from Erema to Alakaya.
Oh, you're in Erema or you moved to Alakaya?
Concerning the Akpo political reverse. I think the aims and objective of that particular organization, if you look at the Obiakpo local government, Obiakpo is a three clan, which is the Evo, Apa, and Akpo. And over time, it is the own Akpo people that has not produced even the local government chairman of Obiakpo. And even on the House of Reps and all of that, since 1974, the Akpo people have been marginalized. Since 1999 to today, it is the Evo and Accra that has been switching over and all of that. So this extent, what the group is saying is that Akpo people should be availed the opportunity to produce local government chairman. When INEC will conduct election in Rivers State, not the one that Rivers State government is trying to do now that will not work, because the matter that is in court has shown that the election will not hold on the 6th of October. As far as Rivers State is concerned, no local government election will hold. To this extent, that is what the group is saying. We are not saying that even Akpo people or the person or whoever will contest election within this period. It is when INEC, remember there is a bill in the House of Assembly adumbrating on the issue of local government electoral commission, which is going to be done immediately the House of Assembly calls back on recess. To that extent, that is what we are saying. We are not saying it is this one that the River State government is hobnobbing and running around to change anything. But the issue here is that there is a case in court that makes it possible that election will not hold the River State this time around. Thank you very much.
Ida from Nkoro, good morning.
Yeah, Andre Femi, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I want to thank the Anthony CCC chairman. Has done very, very well. I want to use this opportunity to thank the other cookies from Kupu Nkoro. Andre Femi, come to Kupu Nkoro, you see project under this other cookie dam. All the satellite communities. You come to Kupu Nkoro. Since I went to Kupu Nkoro, since about a week ago, my brother, I sleep with light. The other cookie dam is doing well. And I want to talk about this emergency, man. I believe that our parents are not supporters of bad things. But I don't know. The minister is not contesting the election. They are granting support for him. He contested for presidential election 2027. So our women, our mother, please try and talk to your brother, your son, the former governor of River State, to make River State to be peaceful. Because they have ruled his tenure. Now, Congress, that there is no Congress. He brought Congress over River State. So, please call into order. Please.
All right, let's hear from Abinoye now quickly and then take some messages on WhatsApp. Abinoye, good morning.
Good morning. If you hear me, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes, school has resumed today, and I feel for the parents because things will be very difficult. You see, a government that is very insensitive, a government that after a protest, things became worse. And I want to appeal to the school authority or proprietor, just like somebody said, to pay monies by installments so that it can ease the suffering of the people. How can the president say that I wish I could have done something, but there's no way? Is there any problem that does not have a solution? And nobody is even looking at it. This government, I think, is the worst government. I want to look at the Wikimatics, praying for peace, and that is sarcastic. You cannot be praying for peace when you refuse to sheath your sword. I want to advise the Wikimatics to advise their principal to sheath his sword. There's no need. You can imagine all the councils are overgrown by weeds now. And there's an insinuation, I think not insinuation, it's a fact, that is instrumental to the closure of the local government. Couldn't they advise him to do something and forget praying? Not every prayer that God hears. And so if you talk of peace, that would be a waste of energy. Thank you.
All right. Abinoye, thank you very much. Let's look at WhatsApp and take some of the messages here. Anna Yo Jasper says, good morning. Wigamatic women prayers for the minister. For me, this group, the women are just looking for relevance. It would have been better for them to move their activities to the FCT where the leader will be joining them in their prayers. Alex Sukari says, we are doomed, though, if you hear me. The government has a responsibility regarding these private schools. Imagine that same book you can get at 500 naira in the market. You'll be forced to pay 4,500 in private schools. And it is a must while the government stays mute because many of the schools are owned by them or their cronies and allies. The schools don't even create anything special, but all that is due to the failure of the government to make education not worth it. And another message here before we go on a commercial. This one is from Odinaka Wake. It says, as schools resume today, how many of our public schools are ready for academic activities, as most schools have been taken over by grasses, dilapidated structures, forcing parents to seek private schools as alternatives? Our government at all levels have really failed us. Wake Odinaka sent that message in. And if we have enough time, if you hear me, it's sad that women who are supposed to be advocating have joined the Jaguda dance in Rivers State. And let those talking elections to be conducted by INEC think well. Michael in Eneka. Stay with us. We'll go for a commercial now.